Welcome to Niab Live at the Cereals Event 2020. This video is an introduction to the work that Niab was going to showcase at the Cereals Event. But I'm just going to walk you through the plots we have here at Cereals so you can get an overview of the demonstrations that you would have seen. For some areas we have some more detailed videos, so do check out some of the more detailed ones on the website. And for example, these are the variety plots that Claire Lehman will talk you through later by each nabbing group separately. These are some of our Rust Watch project plots. So we've got Diego, X-Days, you can see Crusoe there, Zayat, and then Santiago at the end, looking at different rust pressures. We've got some work on into some spring cropping, and this winter barley is some of our seed certification and DUS testing. And then we've got some work here on some spring barley. And then finally there at the end we have barrel again, looking at septoria isolates. And then finally at the end some work on some cover crops on white clover. These are our new fungicide plots where we're looking at a range of programs. So here we've got an untreated, then we have a two-spray program based around Ascra, T1 and T2. Then we have Revistar at T1 and T2. And then the final plot here is a Revistar at T1, followed by an Inatrec plus prothioconazole at T2. So they will be really interesting to see how they look. Then we move into some of our herbicide resistance work here on grass weed control, ryegrass. Then we've got some spring wheat, competitiveness work, and then back to some disease work here on barrel. The disease pressure at the site here has been a mixture of early septoria, which subsequently dried up because of the very dry May. But the yellow rust you can see here as we just look into one of the skyfall plots here. Clearly very, very high levels of yellow rust that's kept going even through the dry May and very high temperatures. So mainly a yellow rust site. These are our variety fungicide interaction plots. We've got a range of fungicide inputs here from the untreated. Then the next plot is a basic, if you like, old school epoxiconazole based program. And then we move to an Ascra program. So Ascra is really the best of the rest of the current SDHI fungicides. And then the next plot is actually a Revistar plot. So all of these have been sprayed with the flag leaf spray. So you've got Revistar, the new triazole fungicide, combined with Xemium. And then the final plot there is actually an Inatrec plot. So this would be an Inatrec prothioconazole formulated mix. So this is the new mode of action, which really should be very complementary to Revistar in programs moving forward. So it'd be interesting to have a closer look in those plots. We have the same fungicide program on another variety here. So this is X-Days. So obviously a very low input variety compared to barrel, but we have the same fungicide programs going from a straight triazole through a modern SDHI, through Revistar, and then to Inatrec at the end. So it'll be very interesting to see the comparison between disease levels on barrel and on X-Days and what their fungicide requirements are. These are some of our synthetic wheat plots. These are selections that we've made from the synthetic wheat program where we've crossed a durum wheat with a wild goat grass, the Aegilops tauschii. And these are some of the selections we've made. You can see some look quite stressed at this site because we've had very little rain in May, and yet other plots here, some of these lines are actually looking very green, and maybe what you can see here is the future of wheat. This is perhaps what a modern future wheat will look like.